Do you want to avoid mistakes that save you time, money, and frustration? Welcome to the Garage Authority Podcast, powered by A1. I'm your host, Jonathan Phillips, and today we're going over the top 5 mistakes that homeowners make with their garage door. Now, if we're going to pick somebody to talk about it, I think it's the guy that we're bringing on today, the one and only Robin. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The reason I wanted to bring you on is because there's no fluff with you whatsoever. You tell it as is to clients, and also with your experience. You've been doing this, we're coming up on 15 years now?
Pretty much, yeah.
And how many times I've seen you go and tell stories about the exact options and mistakes that clients have made and how you've had to go back and fix it. And it's always at a higher price than it should have been. It's
100%.
been after a huge mistake or a car's damaged or something like that. And just how blunt you are. I think that's what people want. They don't want a fluff about hearing these things. They want the cold, hard facts.
Yeah, pretty much. And I let them know, like, if you didn't do this and you called us, and from the beginning, I would have probably saved you $500, $600, $700, $1,000.
Yeah.
Versus right now, it's too late.
Yeah.
I have to do all the extra work to fix what you did first, and then go back to the actual problem and fix that.
Right. And I think also, as far as when it comes to garage doors, this man loves soccer and he loves his children, and I think it's debatable on whether he loves garage doors more.
So, kids, soccer, garage doors.
Okay, in that order, right?
Yeah.
We're going from bottom to top or top to bottom?
top bottom.
Top to bottom. Of course. So what's the most common mistake that you've seen in all your years doing this?
People watch a lot of YouTube videos, homeowners.
Yes.
They think YouTube knows everything. Please stop doing that because it's costing homeowners way more money than what if you were just like, okay, yeah, I have a problem, let me call somebody.
Right.
And anything other than garage doors, me personally at my home, I stop, I call somebody, I don't touch it.
Right.
Electricity, especially, I'm afraid of it. Plumbing, I have no clue about anything plumbing. Mm-hmm. So I'll just pick up the phone and call somebody. And it should be the same as far as garage doors, because I've seen the YouTube videos and how people fix with the markers, and you get this spring and then you put it on this door and then you wind this how many times. It's all wrong.
Right.
90% of what's on YouTube is wrong. So if you have an issue, if you hear something weird, if your door is not going up and down as smooth as it's supposed to be, or
right.
as like a year or a year and a half, 2 years after you purchase that home, stop and call somebody, or be more, productive and schedule maintenance. We
Right.
always have coupons for maintaining your door.
What's the worst thing you've seen in DIY? Whether that's you go there and how it's band-aided together, and then talking about consequences as well.
As far as band-aiding, I've seen everything from zip ties into hinges to they think that a plastic zip tie into a hinge and a panel that will not make the panel.
It's just what holds your door together.
It's hold the door together. To pretty much blood as soon as I walk into the garage, and it's most of the times is the neighbor that they think they know everything, and then they want to be the Mr. Nice Guy and walk in and say, hey, I know how to do it. You don't need to call anybody. And that actually happened to a customer of mine. I walk in, as soon as she let me in, I see the blood trail from the door all the way into the bottom of the bottom bracket. Mm-hmm. And I asked her a question. I was like, did he take that off? And she said, yeah, he was changing my rollers. So the gentleman was changing the rollers, door down, taking the bottom bracket with the whole cable tension on.
Right.
That bottom bracket shot up, took half of his lip, eye, nose, and then went all the way up. He was actually in the hospital getting stitches while I was actually fixing the door that day.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, she literally got on the phone and asked about him, and he's like, yeah, I think they did one 120, 130 stitches.
Mike, that's
in his
life
face.
altering.
Yeah. His face will never look the same.
Right.
Never. But yeah, I had to help her clean the blood, and
Right.
I was the Mr. Nice Guy after, and cleaned up after,
Good
and
on
fixed
you.
it.
Yeah.
And I told her, because what he did took all the spring tension off, cables were off,
Right.
bottom bracket track was bent because the whole door jumped off and tweaked. So I was like, this is gonna be like another $1,000 on top of just replacing your rollers for $300.
I really don't think people understand, and I'm not going to sit here and say that garage doors are the most complicated system in the world.
No, not at all.
It's really not. But you really need to know what you're doing.
100%.
And to what you said before, half the stuff you find on the internet, it's not right.
No, it's not.
It's
true.
really not.
It's not true. It's not right. Actually, it will take you to an actual problem.
Yes.
You will literally get into a problem versus just calling the professional, and then it's very simple. To us, it's very simple because we've been trained for a long time, and then we had people watching us after we even be in the field, and we are a team.
Mm-hmm.
We're like a family. We call each other all the time when we see weird stuff or something that I never seen before. I still see stuff that I haven't seen before, and I call the other guys and like, hey, have you seen this before?
Right.
No. So we start taking pictures, sharing pictures, text messaging, and like, okay, and then we figure out how to fix it.
Yeah. And I think it's funny when people try to claim to be a know-all, be-all word in any subject, because I did the math on it. And if you were a garage door technician and ran 12 calls, average work week, every day for 30 years, that puts you in less than 0.25% of all the garage doors that exist in America.
That's crazy.
You can't see it all.
So I'm not even a quarter yet.
Not even a quarter yet. But
oh my God.
But to think about all the different scenarios and someone that devotes their life to that.
True.
Right? Craft, I get that there's some guys that build houses and stuff, but it really becomes an art form when you take it to this level.
Even people that built their own home.
Yeah.
Once they get to the garage, they stop. And they call somebody.
Yes.
I've heard it from people that built their own home. He's like, I got to the garage, I stopped because I know how dangerous the springs are.
Mm-hmm.
And I called the garage door company. They came in. I chose the door. They put it in. They installed it and everything. But that's something that I will never touch. And I was like, dude, I wish I can take this message and just tell it to everybody that I go see, because some of them think that they can do it.
Yeah.
And I tell customers too, hey, we are not the cheapest at all. No. We are expensive, but we back it up with parts, warranties, professionalism. Like, you're looking at 15 years of experience. Mm-hmm. If you don't like my prices, that's totally fine. Shop around. Please don't do it. Yeah. Don't try it. Call 2-3 other companies if you don't like the prices, but don't do it. Don't try to do it.
I think that's the most pure way to go about it, because I've had that same message to clients, especially to the DIY.
Yeah.
Huge mistake. Don't use us.
Yeah.
You don't have to use us. Just, I don't care if it's just someone else that does this for a living. Pick any company you want to. It doesn't have to be us. Just not you.
Not you.
On your first try.
Yeah.
Now, whenever there's a lot of, I'm not trying to fearmonger or scare people. We're making a point, like DIY is probably one of the biggest mistakes.
Yep.
Now, what small issues escalate on a garage door from neglect?
It could be as simple as programming a remote.
Right.
You're trying to program a remote or programming your car, and you can delete the whole everything else. I've been on calls like that where customers, hey, I was trying to program an extra remote for my daughter.
And it erased everything else.
It erased everything. Now nothing is working. He can't leave unless he pressed the button on the wall, close the door, and go around. And that's the most inconvenient for people is I got to press the button, go all the way around my house to make sure the door's closed.
Lock the front door.
Yeah, lock the front door, which some people now, they don't even have a key for their front door because their garage door is their front door.
Right.
Especially in Arizona. But yeah, that's very common. I've heard that a lot. And small mistakes that people do is a cracked panel, and then they go put a punch iron, a small piece of a punch iron, in, like a foot off of the crack, and then they think that is going to fix it. And then 4 or 5 times using the door, and then the whole door will buckle in, and then they lose rollers, jump off, and then now the door is on top of your car.
Right.
Because you think of a $30 punch iron piece that can secure a
16 feet.
Yeah, 16 feet of a metal that is trying to go this way.
It's not going to work.
No. But people have done it. I've seen it.
Goodness. Now, how does ignoring the balance or alignment of a door? Because this is something that we tell our clients, you can check this on yourself, have the door down, pull the emergency release. Like, how does ignoring that play into these big catastrophic events?
So back to that one is 90% of homeowners, they don't know that. They don't know that they need to check the balance of the door. The only thing they know is they press the button, door goes up, press the button, door goes down. They don't know nothing about if I lose power and I don't have a battery backup opener, how am I going to get out?
Right.
How am I going to get out? They think that no power, I pull the cord, and then I open the door. Because I've heard it from people that they have a broken spring. They know it's a broken spring, but they say, well, how come when I pulled the cord, I cannot lift it? They don't know that springs is the actual muscle of the door.
Right.
And so, but I educate. That's part of our job, is to educate customers on. But most of them, they have to wait until we visit, until they have a problem. But I let people know after I fix it. Still, if they do not sign up for our membership, if they choose not to sign up for our membership, I let them know, like, okay, you don't feel comfortable signing, maybe not right now. Do me a favor, because in a year, your door your springs will relax and you're going to lose some of that tension. So if you decide not to call us, just do the simple test. Put the door down, disengage it, and then lift it. If your door doesn't stay on every section, you need to give us a call. It's time to balance that door. Okay. Or what I show people, how we put the door on a scale, and everybody be like, well, why you put a scale on the door? And then we have to explain what is the reason why we scale the door, and the door has to be in a certain number. And if it's not, that means it's either, if it's a new springs, we balance it. If it's not, then it's a replacement.
Right.
You don't want to wait until it breaks, then you're stuck.
Yeah.
A lot of people nowadays, they choose not to wait. If I do my balance test on the door and I put the door on a scale and I go back and hey, your door is supposed to be between 5 and 10 pounds. It's 20, 30, 40. I've seen 80, 60.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's time. You don't want to wait. And then 90% of them, they don't wait. They just, it's not cheap.
No.
It's the most expensive part on your garage door is the springs. It's the muscle. It's the heart of the door. But they say, okay, I don't want to be stuck. Well, if you don't want to be stuck, I can take care of that today. And then 90% of them, they go for it.
Right.
They fix the issue before.
Yeah, just being proactive.
Proactive, pretty much. And when you explain it right and you let them know that this is the biggest moving object in your home, and it's your front door. I'm here. I can take care of it right now. I sound like I'm selling right now. A little bit.
Yeah,
a little
it's
bit.
just education.
Yeah, that's it. But and a lot of people, once they understand, and then some people don't even think about it that way until you let them know, you educate. And once they think about it, it makes sense, then they'll, please fix it. Let's fix it.
How many doors do you think that you go to that could have been saved with proper maintenance?
95%.
95% of the time.
More than 95%. Yeah.
I think it's interesting because it's kind of, because I'm a professional, you know, I'll go someplace and it's a new client, and I'll ask, like, I try and get a history. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I don't want to tell them a bunch of information they already know. So I always ask, like, what'd the last garage door company say? Or the last tech whenever they came out here? And they're like, you're the first. You lived here 10 years, and I'm the first technician that came out to look at things. Yeah. We just waited till it was a big problem. You didn't want to do maintenance the entire time. That's why we're here.
Yeah. It was going up and down. That's what they did.
And my favorite is, sometimes it's so bad they get a new door. And then I'm like, hey, that membership, let's get the maintenance on it, because that's how we ended up here. And sometimes they still say no. And I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll see you 5-10 years, same boat. I thought you really liked this door.
Even if you go to customers and they had a technician out a month ago, and then now they have a problem, but they felt either uncomfortable with the person that was there before, or
Right.
they didn't explain everything better, and they wanted a second opinion. When we show up, the way that we go over everything is totally different than any other company. They feel way more comfortable, and they say, well, the other guy never said anything about that. Like, never said about door balance. He just pressed the button and the door went up and down, and he sprayed some lubrication, and he said, and he got quieter. And I said, yeah, for how long? Well, the 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's symptomatic.
Because it came back again. The same noise that I was hearing 2 weeks ago, it's back. But I just don't trust the guy. And I was like, because this is your problem. It's not just spraying. Sometimes I go to people's homes and they want the $29 tune-up. Sure, okay, I'll start with that. But I let them know this might not fix the problem if you have a problem.
Right.
Me spraying your door and charging you $30, even if it's $30, I'm pretty much cheating you if I don't let you know that this is the problem, this is what's going to take to fix it. And it's not going to be $29, 100%.
I think that's the biggest mistake right there.
Yeah.
Thinking that just a little bit of lube is going to fix the door.
I sometimes refuse to do it. I tell them, no, keep the 29. Call me when this breaks if you don't want to fix it now.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're here to do it? I'm not going to do it because now I'm cheating you. I'm actually, if I spray this door right now, it's going to get even lighter going down. So it might land on your car or somebody. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the one responsible.
Right.
And plus I need you to sign a liability release because I do not want to be responsible for anything.
We're dead serious.
Oh, I'm dead serious. And thank God we have refused to sign, because if you don't sign, guess what? I'm still going to put my notes and I'm going to hit that refuse to sign.
Yeah.
That means we shared this and you said no, still not even signing it, but my notes are there.
I mean, I think that's a testament to how, why I brought you on is because you've been doing this so long. And yeah, it happens, man. Clients refuse maintenance. They want to DIY. They, all these little things and some sort of gadget or adding insulation or YouTube videos, all these things, changing the weight of a door, which affects the spring.
True.
And we've done it so long and we know that people refuse this maintenance that we've actually had to implement forms just for the purpose of we know something's going to break. Yeah. And we love you. We love you and we thank you for calling us. But if you don't want to do the appropriate thing to fix the door, we have to actually have a form now to protect us.
Yes.
Because we don't want you to be mad at us. And any company that you deal with, honestly, in garage doors, if they're not going over it in extreme detail, if you're going to bring someone out to your house, give them the time of day to actually listen to their full inspection, their full breakdown of how a door works. And if they're not doing that, it doesn't have to be us, but I think you need to pick a different company, 200%. Now, is there anything else that you feel like we haven't covered as far as mistakes that homeowners make with their garage door?
I don't like to bash other companies or
no.
We're not throwing any names out there, but companies that will show up and Band-Aid.
Yeah, I don't think it's those companies. I think it's individual techs.
Yes, yeah. Most of them are like that Jack in the Truck, they call them, or something. Well, he show up with sandals and dirty shorts and no logos, nothing on the van or the truck. And they'll throw one spring when you have one spring broken on a 2-car garage, and then they just still put one spring on there. Not lubricating, not talking about anything else. Put the spring on there, $200, and then he's out. And then that's when the door goes off track or the other spring breaks. And then we'll get that phone call and we'll show up and they say, well, the other guy said you only need to replace one spring. You can actually Google it. And Google will even tell you that when one breaks, you need to replace the other. And it's pretty much, it's common sense. But people sometimes don't think. So no problem. I will let you know why. And if it doesn't make sense, please tell me. But this is why we replace both springs. This is why we do this. And then customers, and it's all about the way that you explain it to the customer. You pretty much you the doctor. That's what I tell even when I train people, is when you go to the doctor and the doctor sits down, he's going to diagnose you first, x-ray, blah, 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 whatever, and then he's going to sit down and write down on that white paper. You're not going to understand anything he's writing, but he'll give you that paper, and so you're going to go to Walgreens and pick this up, and you're going to take it twice a day for 10 days.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Do it.
I go to Walgreens and get the medicine, take it twice a day for 10 days. We are the same thing. We are the doctor. When we get into the garage, I'm the doctor. You got to let the customer understand that first, that you are the doctor. They trust you. They like you. They love you. After that, anything you're going to say, they're going to say, yeah, Robin. I've had 2 days ago, I go to a garage, broken spring. The door is not worth. It's 22 years old. It's done. That's the door that they're using. The other door, they use it as a storage, but I cannot leave that door because it doesn't match. So I'm like, we have to replace this. And then the lady was like, okay, but what about this? And she's like, we don't even use it. We're like, yeah, but if I'm going to put one here, it's not going to look the same as the other one. So we have to do both. And she's like, I don't have room to put. I was like, all I need is this part, behind, 10 feet behind the motor, and I'll move it for you.
Right.
He's like, would you do that? I'm like, of course. Yeah. If you're like my mom. If you think my mom would ask me to move this stuff, what do? I get on it. I just start moving stuff. She's like, if you move this stuff, I'll do both doors. I'm like, 100%. I'll move it. Give me 10 minutes. It was all on wheels. It was like her husband's, like carpeting tools and stuff like that. I moved everything back to, I know where the installers needs the room, moved everything off, and then we talked about options. And the question that I get a lot, what would you do if it was your home? This is what I would do. If I was your mom, what would you do? And this goes back to what Tommy used to say, what would you do to the customers, what would you do to your mom?
Right.
And I'd let them know exactly.
Or just anyone
100%.
you love.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Just take care of them.
Just take care of them.
So, DIY, know your limits. We don't want to do that mistake.
Nope.
And in DIY, it's not just springs, man. I mean, rollers.
Yeah.
Cables. Hinges.
Everything.
Track replacements, wiring on the motor, reprogramming and shutting everything
Even
down.
hanging a motor. Even putting a motor up.
It's still amazing to me.
I'm sure you've seen them when they like in an angle down, angle up, or like the whole motor is twisted because they didn't have, they use that punch iron that comes in the box.
Yeah, that ribbon angle.
Yeah, the ones that you can just do this and then you bend the whole thing.
Literally the pop can.
Yeah, pop can, pretty much. But it goes to education. You got to educate.
Yeah.
With the professionals.
So let's get professionals out there to look at it. Make sure they're doing a full inspection. Lubrication's fine. Balance tests are fine. But have a professional come out and get it maintenance, okay? Not everything needs to be a DIY and I'm a homeowner, hear me roar. Because I don't know. It's one thing to be a homeowner, and I understand saving, and just the garage door is not where you want to cut corners.
No.
It's not where you want to cut corners. That's the one time, like, just get it done, do it right. And if you do it right, I hate using the phrase all the time because it's a buy once, cry once type of thing. Do you want to keep doing this over and over again? Do you want me to come back out every 3 to 6 months and we become real close friends over the next 5 years?
I'm not going anywhere. I can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Or I can do it today, and then the next time I see you, maybe in a Fry's or a restaurant, and you can just come say hi to me or say hi, because I'm not going to remember you. You can just come and say hi to me, and then I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we can do that. We have the parts to back that up.
Yeah.
The lifetime parts, we do have them. They exist.
Listen, man, I'm not a plumber. I'm not an electrician. I know when to stay in my lane. And this is definitely one of those things where you should. And don't listen to the comment of some guy on there saying, be a man, take care of your garage door. Listen, if he's fixed his garage door once and made it out unscathed, more power to him. But I'm telling you, I think it's 75,000 insurance claims for injury a year from garage door accidents with homeowners. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah, chill out, man.
Yeah.
Just call for a tune-up. We'll start real light, and we'll see what you need from there.
100%.
But Robin, thank you for coming on. Like I said, of course,
Pleasure,
delivered,
man.
no fluff, straight up. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.